A major U.S. Supreme Court ruling is sending shockwaves through agriculture, the legal world, and the crop protection industry. On Thursday, the Supreme Court ruled 7-2 in favor of Monsanto and its parent company Bayer in a landmark case involving the herbicide Roundup. At the center of this case is glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup and one of the most widely used weed control products in agriculture. For years, thousands of lawsuits have claimed Roundup caused cancer, specifically non-Hodgkin lymphoma, and that Monsanto failed to warn users about that risk. This case began with John Durnell, a Missouri parks worker who used Roundup for decades while maintaining public parks. After developing non-Hodgkin lymphoma, he sued Monsanto, arguing the company should have warned consumers about a potential cancer risk. A Missouri jury awarded him $1.25 million. But the Supreme Court has now overturned that decision. The ruling comes down to something called federal preemption. In simple terms, the court said federal law overrides state law in this situation. Under a federal law called the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, better known as FIFRA, states cannot require pesticide labels that are different from or more demanding than federal standards. That matters because the United States Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, reviews pesticide safety and approves those product labels. The EPA has repeatedly concluded that glyphosate is unlikely to cause cancer in humans and does not require a cancer warning on the label Roundup. The Supreme Court said state-level lawsuits claiming Monsanto failed to warn users about cancer are essentially trying to force a warning label that the EPA never required. Justice Brett Kavanaugh, writing for the majority, said that those lawsuits would impose labeling requirements beyond federal standards. They are legally blocked. The immediate outcome is massive. This ruling is expected to shut down thousands of current and future Roundup lawsuits. Bayer says it has already faced around 180,000 claims over the past decade and has paid more than $11 billion in settlements and verdicts. Roughly 61,000 cases are still active. For Bayer, this is a major victory. The company says that the decision brings much-needed regulatory certainty for manufacturers, researchers, and the agricultural producers who depend on consistent federal standards. Supporters of this ruling say that it protects agriculture from a patchwork of state-by-state rules and ensures farmers have continued access to key crop protection tools. But not everyone agrees. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson wrote, and she argued the court gave too much power to federal regulators and weakened the ability of individuals to seek justice through state courts. Environmental groups, including Earth Justice, are also raising concerns. They argue the ruling gives chemical manufacturers too much legal protection and would reduce corporate accountability, especially when independent researchers raise safety questions.